We're back to execute our second half, and Ohio State executing some plays in the first half. And, Coach, getting out and executing things in the proper fashion, I mean, is that one of the focuses when you come into a game like this?
Yeah, it really was, and getting that first drive I thought was good. Now, sometimes that first drive, you know, puts you a little bit to sleep saying, well, you know, this is going to be easy and all of those types of things. But, you know, coming out and seeing some good execution, having some different guys do different things. We wanted to get as many guys in the game as we possibly could. You know, there were some good things that came out of the game, and execution in some phases is one of them.
And the guys afterwards talked about the fact that seeing two different quarterbacks, and they kind of knew the tendencies when Freddie was in there versus Turner. But it was good to see that, at least, and get a work day in that way.
And Bowling Green does a good job. They spread you out. They run every concept you can think of defensively. They really went away from some of their base stuff and went to a little bit more of an odd look. Gave us some pass protection communication problems. So, you know, Bowling Green, you know, they do a good job. That's why they've been the West champions or something for the last 5 years of the MAC.
I was going to try to give it a go. They're going to show up here. You know, they sent the nice grass, the new grass down from that area,
That's
right? Bowling Green Signet, turf and equipment supplied the new field. How did it hold up, do you think?
You know, I thought it was good. It was nice and hard. You know, it was a little bit lumpy because it's new, but I thought it was, you know, much better than what we'd had. And, you know, I thought the color was sharp, and I really think 2 weeks from now when we get home, you'll really see a big difference.
Well, throw a little water on it, and it is Big Ten play the rest of the way on that grass, but right now.
Golston right there, and this was a nice drive by Bowling Green. You have to give them credit for doing some things. They mixed it up, and they put trips into the boundary a little bit, which gives you some coverage issues. They ran their quarterback run stuff this particular drive, and you know, I thought they put together a nice drive.
Well, it's 15 plays worth of a drive here when it's all said and done. So at some point, the D, you'd like to think they're bending and not breaking and trying to get on track here, but pretty determined pass and catch right there on a fourth down play.
Yeah, that was a good one. Partridge on 4th and 6 made a heck of a play, and then Partridge with the one-handed snag on the touchdown. And we said all along he's their best receiver. He had missed a couple ball games for them, and that really hurt them not having him. We thought he was a good punt returner and a good receiver.
Yeah, well, he shows that he can hurt some people right there and got some pretty good hands. 21-7 the score at this point, and Antonio Pittman back again on a 3rd and 1. I think that's the statement that he can run on 3rd and short.
Yeah, he sure can. Antonio Pittman's a good back. He's a complete back. There you see Troy breaking loose a little bit and getting the ball to Roy Hall, and here we are back in the shotgun a little bit, and good-looking throw out there to Anthony Gonzalez, and you know, we're answering the call, which was important.
It just about breaks that one as the third quarter ends in a couple of big drives. You only get one drive here as Bowling Green ate a lot of clock on their drive, and you're eating a lot of clock on this one. 21-7 at this point, but Troy's going to take off here and pick up 10 yards for number 10.
Well, you know, and you could see the pass protection was fine. There was no one open at that point, but this time there is somebody open named Ray Small, and interestingly enough, all week long, Ray Small told us he was going to score a touchdown this week, and I was glad he did. Ray's going to be a good one.
How about that? He told Troy, he told everyone who would listen. And normally, I mean, he's a valuable guy on the scout team, playing some other teams' quarterbacks.
Well, you know, he plays a lot of different things on the scout team. He can play some tailback, he can play some receiver, some quarterback, whatever. And he got enough reps with us to make sure that he could make the play. And then here's Teddy again. Finally, they punted it to us.
Yes.
They'd been punting it in the stands prior to this, and we got, I don't know, 20, 25 yards thereabouts on that return, and that was good to see.
Yeah, 21 back, and you know, net not real good when they kick it to you or into the stands either way.
No. Then we came right out and hit the home run ball, which you know, we really felt we needed to hit one of those this week. We had some misses against Cincinnati, Penn State, and Iowa, and we needed to hit a couple home runs, and it was good to see us hit that one.
Well, that you did, and 35-7 game after the 57-yard touchdown pass there, and Justin Zwick back in again, this time 24 yards complete. Brian Hartline.
It's good to see Brian get in there. It's good to see Justin under the gun and have to make some throws, and here he finds Teddy, you know, Justin needs to get in there when the game is, you know, still tighter, and here you see Mo Wells moving around. It was good to see him get some carries, and Beanie Wells. And Antonio Pittman probably didn't have as many carries as he will in the Big Ten season, but you know, he's going to be plenty good. And here, I'll give them credit. They hit a little guard pull trap type thing. It looked like up the middle, and 54-yard run, and but it was good that we came down and we turned them away.
Well, a little speed there on that D too. He wasn't getting away all the way because Donald Washington tracking him down, and as things wrap up here, a stop on the reverse there. So you get a lot accomplished, and you get back to the Big Ten, but you always stress getting better. And there's some areas where you got better. Step forward.
Yeah, I think so. I think some of the areas, if for no other reason, learning what technique you have to use against what things, having a lot of stuff thrown at us that we hadn't prepared for, was now we'll know a little bit more about that type of thing. And so, yeah, I think we did get better. We're going to have to make a bigger step to go play those Spartans.
You set up the play, the long home run to Ted Ginn. You set that up the entire game? Is that brewing in there the whole way? You missed a couple in the last few games.
Yeah. Well, they were playing pretty tight because we'd been throwing so much underneath. They kept moving up. We kept throwing those little now routes and short routes. And we just thought that it was time at that point that we needed to run by them. And maybe we hadn't run by them enough in the game. So it just so happened that the timing worked out and the protection was excellent and Troy's throw was vertical and soft. And, you know, it's hard to cover Teddy when he's got a full steam going.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And defense stepped up as well. I know those guys won't be happy getting gouged for plays like we saw there at the end, and they don't like the total yardage that they gave up there. But, you know, stepping forward and learning on that D is important at this level because you got some younger guys rotating in there like you always like to do.
There's no question. We're still not a veteran defense, and we still have a lot to learn and a lot of experiences we need to have. We had some of those this week. I'm sure we gave up more yards than anyone's going to be happy about. I'm sure we missed a few more tackles than anyone will be happy about, but we held them to 7 points, and now if we can just get better in every area, who knows how good we can get.
35-7 for the Bucks, and we'll talk about Big Ten play coming up next.